Hi Shazoolo, I hope you are well and that your family are well also. I saw your new video about searching for enlightenment and I felt like replying. I have decided to do a video response because I can fit so much more information in a video response than in a typed message. So yeah, you asked what New Agers and occultists seek with our quest for enlightenment. Well, I can't answer for anyone else, but I can say that for me there are many motivations. One is a feeling of control over my environment. Of course, as human beings, we can never completely control the world around us. But magic and the occult offers some degree of influence over the things man would not otherwise be able to affect. Then of course there is the search for a meaning with existence. For me, the world would be very dark and hollow if I thought this physical world was all there was. That what science can measure and weigh and what we can see with our normal two eyes were all there was, then what would be the point? Then of course there is a search for knowledge, for understanding, and yes, also for contentment. Sorry, I have a bit of a cold. For for enlightenment. I cannot say that what I'm searching for in my spiritual path is one distinct thing. As I develop what I'm looking for in my spiritual life changes. The one thing that doesn't change, however, is my need to have a spiritual life. I feel very much that while I don't agree with those that think that to be spiritual you have to forsake everything physical, that the soul is incarnate as some sort of punishment, and that the spiritual is all there is. I don't think so. I think that whatever divine consciousness you believe in, there has to be some reason why we have incarnated in these physical beings. I, however, do not think there is any meaning to a world that is just physical. I think there has to be a balance between the spiritual and the physical. And perhaps part of what I'm searching for is that balance of taking pleasure in what physical existence gives, while at the same time embracing the multitude of understandings and wisdoms and meanings that comes with the spiritual. Then you ask if I've found what I'm looking for in my path. I am an occultist. I consider myself to be a chaos magician and a pagan. So while I change my paradigm quite often, including having elements of Christianity in what I believe, My main focus in my religious practice is paganism, Wicca-niche paganism. Have I found what I'm looking for? Well, some of it. I think that no one will ever find everything they are looking for in the spiritual. But I do feel that I'm on the right path. I do feel that the spiritual path I've chosen gives me much meaning, and it enriches my life. Now, to understand my religious views, I perhaps should tell you a bit about my religious history. So, I come from a non-religious family. My mother were agnostic when I grew up. She's a theist now. And she raised me alone with the help of my grandparents, her parents. So, yeah, my grandfather, he was probably an atheist. He never discussed religion. Neither did my grandmother. But he was a communist. So it's a fair guess that he was an atheist. My grandmother might have been agnostic. However, my family were non-religious, but they never hindered me in my religious pursuits, which began when I was very young. And actually the first religion I became interested in were Christianity. So, it might sound strange. I was 6 years old at the time, but I have Asperger's syndrome, which makes some of the mind more mature at a very young age, while other parts lag behind. Yeah, so I was looking into Christianity, and but even then I had a very strong feeling that I wanted to be a transhumanist. I wanted to prolong my physical life beyond what is naturally possible. I remember I got these ideas when I was only 2. So I remember that I felt this call towards Christianity, and I remember sitting under. We had a huge garden when I grew up, and I remember sitting under the cherry tree, one of my favorite spots, and I knelt down and I prayed, and I said that, and I spoke to God, and I said, I like you. I like your religion, but I cannot follow you because I've read some parts of the Bible, and it says that human beings shall only live 120 years. That there is a limit to human life, and that does not work together with the goals of my existence. So that's the reason why I did not pursue Christianity. Then I got into paganism when I was 10 years old. I read some books on folk magic and started practicing that. Then I got into contact with Wicca when I was 14. And I found a connection there. So that religion has stayed with me, even if I didn't settle down in it. Then when I was 16, I met a teacher, an experienced occultist that took me under his wing, and he trained me until I was 24. And he taught me about chaos magic, about the works of Crowley, shamanism, various forms of witchcraft, and I got a very eclectic view. Then, the same year that I stopped studying with my teacher, I had an experience with the Christian God. Now, Christianity has long been a part of my practice to some degree. As a pagan, I view the Christian God as one face of the God. So I have included Christian ideas into my practice, but it became even more so when I had this experience with that deity. And you can ask me why I know it was that deity, and I can't give you an answer. I was in a very, very dark place, in a lot of trouble, and I asked for help. And I just felt his presence. And he and I made a deal. And after that, I've become more interested in Christianity. So I definitely respect and feel a connection to the Christian faith, but for me, there are elements of Christianity I cannot agree with, and there is also aspects of my personal faith and my personal goals that I cannot reconcile with Christianity. Paganism, however, gives me a place to be myself, where I would not have to exclude parts of my dreams and hopes and goals to fit into the religion. Therefore, I have chosen paganism. So, yeah, am I happy with my path? Yes, I am. Have I attained all my goals? No. And as I attain goals, I get new ones. Being alive is, for me, having goals. However, I do feel that paganism is a way for me to move towards enlightenment. I also feel that not every religious path is suitable for everyone. Paganism isn't for everyone. Christianity, in my opinion, isn't for everyone. Islam isn't for everyone. I think that the gods have created many religions so that each human being can find a path to enlightenment that suits them. Anyway, that's my take on it. I wish you and your family a wonderful week, and blessed be. Bye!